Welcome everyone to Horror with Heidi. Just a quick disclaimer before we begin. This episode of A Wolf in Autumn is extremely dark and does touch upon some topics that some people may be really bothered or disturbed by. So if any of the topics I listed here are some that you don't want to hear about, you may want to click away from this video. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you like it. If you are so inclined, you can click the card in the upper right corner to go to my channel and check out another series that is a little less triggering, for lack of a better word. Other than that, if you choose to continue, I hope you enjoy. Thanks. Welcome back everyone to Horror with Heidi. I'm Heidi and thank you for joining me for the conclusion of A Wolf in Autumn. So what we know so far about our character is that she's a little girl named Autumn. We started out in a little backyard shed, and then we made our way out of the shed. We read an answering machine message from our mom saying not to leave the backyard, don't mess around with anything in the backyard, don't touch any of the machinery, just don't do anything, stay out of everything, which of course we didn't listen to. So after some fiddling around with different items in the backyard, we made our way into the cellar, which she also warned us to stay out of. And speaking of her, I believe that is another message from her somewhere, that noise. Let's go find it. Here it is.
What part of don't go into the basement don't you understand? I've tried being nice, and apparently you're too stupid for nice.
Whoa!
So get back in your little shed and wait there, quietly, until I decide what to do with you. Or do you want to die?
Whoa, okay. That's... Well, uh-oh, I can't find my way back to the stairs. I guess I can't go back to the shed. Is that... Yeah, that doesn't look like a light switch. Is that a light switch? Metal plate with a raised part in the middle. Okay, so what actually happened last time, the first time I tried recording this, I did make my way into the cellar, but my camera stopped recording, so I decided to split this playthrough into two parts. First part in the backyard, the rest of it in the cellar. So I didn't get very far into the cellar. I did find a light switch and I found another door, but aside from that I didn't really explore. Oh, here we go. Oh, we also learned about Autumn. She has some kind of disfigurement. She's either missing her hand or her hand is disabled in some way, because any action regarding using both your hands, she keeps saying that she can't do because she doesn't have two working hands. So I'm not sure what happened to her, what her mother possibly did for her. Oh, there's the light switch. There we go. And I don't actually know what we're looking for in this cellar, so this is going to be a surprise for all of us. There's also, I noticed all of these types of valves here. They're all over the cellar. I don't know what we're supposed to do with them. Oh, but these lights are green. See, when we click on these lights that say water flow, it seems to indicate if water is flowing through the pipe or not. There's probably some way to control water flow outside. These lights last time I was in here were red, which means I didn't do the water flow puzzle properly, I think, but I guess I did this time because these lights are now green. So I'm not sure what we need to do in regards to making the water flow. Oh, and these stairs here go back outside, but for some reason I can't go back up them. Which is fine, because we don't need to listen to our mom. In this game, you should listen to your mom in real life. Oh, this saw. Oh, although it's lying on the floor, somehow the saw blade cuts lengthwise into your arm like blubber, creating a thick flap of skin. It doesn't hurt or bleed. Oh. Oh god. Did her mom cut her arm off with the saw? Is that why she can't use her hands? This is another thing I like about these games made by the developer David Zemansky, is that he'll shine like a dim light on all of these new details you find, just enough to make you say, what the hell, but you still don't know exactly what happened. Oh, this I'm gonna cut. It takes some time, but eventually you're able to saw through the board. And I don't remember if I went in here or not, but let's open the door. Oh, and there's these fuses. Not all of the lights are working. So we use these fuses to... Is it there? No, I think it's over here. There's a fuse box. There's a fuse box somewhere. I just have to find it again. I was pretty sure it was against this wall somewhere. Don't think so. Oh, but we can turn this radio on. I remember. There, let's listen to some music. Oh, was that it? I think that is it. Oh, so it was right around... Oh, it was right where I left the fuse box anyway. The fuse anyway. Pick that up. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit more light. Oh, see? Like, she references her not being able to use her hand again when you try and pick up the axe. I can't lift it with only one hand. So, I don't know if they're ever going to tell us what happened to her hand, why she can't use it. What is this? Oh, we have another message! Oh, so this is new territory for me. I haven't gotten this far yet.
Do I have to pry off your kneecaps, you little shit? Do I have to nail your fucking arms to the floor? I will twist your legs off and break every bone in your ugly little body if I have to. I am your mother. You will obey me. Get back in your fucking cage.
Oh my god! Oh, this woman is terrifying! Oh my god, I'm so scared for this little girl. I hope she gets out of this place. This is so terrifying. Oh my god. After the last episode, someone who watched the video, they told me that I should probably be more scared of the mother than the wolves that are possibly around, and I have to agree with them, because typically wolves, like most wild animals, like wolves, unless they feel an immediate threat to you, wolves aren't going to hurt you. Whereas this mother, clearly, she will hurt this little girl. She probably has already, we could assume. Oh my gosh, that is by far, that is much worse than the other messages she's left so far. Jeez. Oh, this poor little girl. Anyways, oh, there's a box here. I haven't looked. Oh, there's a note on the wall. That's right. I did not read this last time. A note. You can't do anything at all with your 9-year-old brain and your 9-year-old hand. Do you think I accidentally hung that key where you could reach it? Somebody's helping us? Oh, I'm thinking it's not the mom. It seems to be locked. Oh, it's with a padlock, so we just get the wire cutters again. Not in here. There was someone on the table, I think. I know there was one around here somewhere. Wasn't there? I was sure there was. Oh yeah, there's this battery and a syringe in here for some reason, and when you inspect the syringe, oh, you can pick it up. I don't want to pick it up. When you inspect the syringe, it says just like the one next to Mom's bed. Looks like a valve, but without the wheel thing. Oh! Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. The wire cutters were sitting right next to the lock the whole time. So I did see them, I just thought they were on the other desk. Maybe I should use my eyes a little bit more. Oh, pliers. Pliers. Does that work on here? There's no use for that here. And there's a wrench. A heavy wrench. Oh! I think that thing sticking out of the wall. Can we do something with this? Put the wrench, but it won't turn. Oh, okay. Press with the bell. You don't have strong enough grip to hold them closed while you turn it. Oh, using your full body weight, you're able to open the valve with the wrench. He's holding the door closed. Is there a wolf in there holding the door closed? Hello? Is anybody in there? Nice. You bashed the lock off with the wrench. I'm just way overthinking everything that's going on in here. Like, it took me like 10 minutes to figure out, oh, maybe it's just as simple as using the wrench on it. Anyways, let's see what's in here. Strange glass object. Kind of looks like it's shaped. Oh, there we go. So that fit on there. And now this door's gonna open, right? I think it's a lock. It's an open. Oh, there we go. What? Was that a ghost or something? That wasn't a real wolf. What? Okay, I have to go get our... Oh, now it's all dark in here. Am I gonna be able to find our flashlight? Oh gosh, I can't see anything. Oh, there's our flashlight. It... migrated over here somehow. Okay, let's get in this room. I want to know what's in this room. There is blood all over the floor. Oh my, and the music is changing. Hang on, I'm gonna turn off this radio so we can hear what's going on. My god, what is this? This looks like a sacrificial, like, ritual room. What is this? Oh, this is new. What's in here? Oh gosh, this is so scary.
You're a little bitch, you know that? A horrible little bitch. Wasting time playing with electric motors while I slave my life away. Do you think I wanted you? I kept a wire coat hanger in the bathroom for months. Just to look at and think about. And all the teachers think you're so special. You aren't special. You're spoiled. Because I'm wasting my life giving you the things I didn't have.
Your mother was sitting on the porch with the hasty green paint, talking to the woman with the short hair, smoke drifting upward, not knowing you were listening. I kept a coat hanger in the bathroom for months just to think about. What the hell? Your mother heard the screams and staggered out onto the porch with the hasty green paint, arms punctured with holes, finding you curled up, dripping blood. You look weird, Autumn. And you sobbing, spilling blood on the floor. The dog! My hand! Oh. You look weird, Autumn. What? We are somewhere... What is this? Your mother told... You told your mother the dog that left those chipmunk parts in your room. It didn't. The dog didn't get those cuts from a fight. The dog didn't bite you unprovoked. What the hell? Made for two hands, but you managed to use them. Come here, boy. And the dog looking at you, knowing, slowly coming all the same, and you whispering so no one else could hear. Come here, boy. Machines can be built and bodies can be taken apart. Teeth can be pulled out with pliers, screwdrivers twisted around in soft holes and crevices, ice picks slipped into eye sockets. A mass of tangled bowls hidden in stomachs and wet pieces ready to be pulled and squished. This game took a huge turn real quick.
You'll wake up and I'll still be there. This will all still be there. Do you know what lives deep inside Autumn? Love and feelings, a forest and a basement, locked away and unconditional, and you can't let them both out. The world is a growling, grinding machine, and you can't escape its teeth without teeth to match. It devours little girls like you, eats you up from the inside. Someday you'll know the meaning of ruin and wasted years. You'll have children of your own, and you'll understand. You can't live life without the howling wolves.
Still, I cannot recover the wasted years or unknow the coming of the contemptuous spits and the final poison, or force my mouth to know what's in my heart, or stop all those words from spilling out and instead say that I am your mother, and you are my daughter, and I love you, and I know this somewhere deep inside, but I cannot feel it past the screams and the wasted years, and the need that surpasses all other needs, and the ruin, and yes, even the pride, and I can't make the words stop spilling out, or stop the pain in your face, or force my mind to tell my heart what I know deep inside, and my mouth to speak for my heart and mind, and that you are my daughter, and I love you, and I am your mother, and somehow together we can leave behind the waste and the ruin and the screams and the poison and the pride. But then a lack of pride would admit the wasted years and make them real and give them power, and even now I am a woman, and something somewhere will know me after the world burns to ashes and the needles and their poison finally suck me dry, and after my daughter spits my name contemptuously because what I know deep inside does not matter, when I know the other things on the surface and life is a grinding machine and a girl and a woman cannot escape its teeth through tenderness. And even after I am nothing at all, my daughter will contemptuously spit my name and show that her skin is tough skin of an animal, and she will face the ruin and the pleasure and eventually the wasted years and the silent scream and the thing deep inside hidden from her heart and mouth, and through the words that spill out and the thing too deep to know, she will be a proud woman like me. And someday we will shake our fists together at them and the memory of their arrogant eyes and be proud together too, and something somewhere will know us and our ruin. As I sit here watching the uncounted empty needles and feeling the need that surpasses all other needs and remembering the pleasure of drowning out the scream that it was all for nothing and feeding the pride that will remain when the earth has burned to ashes. Autumn's alarm clock went off in the next room, and the mother began to dry her tears. Autumn's eyes flew open, lying in her sleeping bag, clutching her stuffed dolphin, surrounded by the motors and parts she loved to tinker with, letting the alarm continue to sound from its place in the opposite corner, staring at the ceiling, adjusting her thoughts and feeling the misty emotions begin to evaporate with the dream that brought them. Awake now. Her mother walked into the room and leaned on the doorframe, looking. Are you awake? Her voice was weaker and softer than normal. Autumn was looking too. After a moment she said, I'm awake. All right then, get dressed. I'll make you lunch today. There's probably something in the fridge. I love you, Mom. Autumn didn't know why she said it. Her mother's mouth tightened and she blinked a few times, then she nodded. She glanced away and nodded a few more times. All right. She looked back at Autumn and Autumn looked at her. And then they looked at each other for some time. A wolf in autumn, a troubled girl's nightmare.
Look at the wings, sweetie. Aren't they pretty?
And that was A Wolf in Autumn. I apologize, everyone. I wasn't able to shoot an outro while I was recording the episode, so I just recorded an audio outro after the fact. So I'm not the best at dissecting and analyzing the deeper meaning behind games, but I will do my best. So I took a lot of time to think about it for this game, and so I'll just start from the top with what was most obvious. So basically the whole gameplay was a dream that Autumn was having, or a nightmare to be more specific. What was portrayed as her mother in the nightmare was a very fundamental, like down to the core version of how her mother was in real life. So her and her mother, it seemed by the text at the ending, it seems like they had a fairly detached, loveless relationship. She didn't really love her mother. Her mother clearly didn't care for her. It was mentioned in the dream that she never wanted her to begin with, and she had contemplated for months terminating the pregnancy she had. In real life, that may be the very base of the truth, but there's no way to tell for sure. As for Autumn herself, so she was a tinkerer. She made her hobby with her hands. She liked to take apart machinery and gadgets to see how they ticked. Which her mother said in the dream, and it seemed like she did carry this out with most things in life, such as small animals or just animals in general. So I don't know if I'd go so far as to call her like a child sociopath or child psychopath, but it was pretty evident in the game that she did hurt and kill animals for the sake of taking them apart and just seeing what made them tick, much like her gadgets and little machines that she did the same thing with. So it seemed like it seemed like it was that type of hobby that led up to her disfigurement, or her loss of her hand, or loss of her use of her hand. It seemed like she attempted to do the same thing on a dog, whether out of curiosity or out of pleasure. She tried to hurt or kill a dog but the dog attacked her back and either took her hand or took the use of her hand from her. So the wolf probably symbolizes quite a number of things in this game, I'm guessing. The game is called A Wolf in Autumn, so that could mean, to me that means like a wolf in autumn, like one of her inner demons, like the fact that she had a constant like curiosity and need to take things apart, whether it's an inanimate object or an animal, to see what makes it tick. So I'm not sure if I'm right about any of this. This is all just me kind of guessing. This is what I took away from the game. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong, and that's okay. I think maybe everybody takes away their own kind of thing from this game. But I'd really like to know what you think. What did you get out of the ending? What do you think the meaning behind everything was? Either the dream or the wolf or the relationship between Autumn and her mother. Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to see what everyone else thinks of this game other than me. And that's it for now. I'll have a new series up very soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being my player too. And until next time, don't get scared without me.